In the early 2000s, Nipponichi Software released a few notable tactical RPGs. This started with Disgaea Hour of Darkness, followed by Phantom Brave and Makai Kingdom. Of the three, Phantom Brave was something of an outlier. Instead of relying on jokes, it was more of a grounded narrative about a girl determined to be the best in a world that was arguably against her. This message resonated with several players, resulting in a wide variety of ports. Roughly 20 years later, Nipponichi Software decided to revisit the world with Phantom Brave: The Lost Hero. Given the series' history, can it live up to expectations, or is it a sequel that can be safely ignored?
中でも不思議なのは死者の魂ファントム。聖者とは会話も触れ合いもできない存在です。ただそんなファントムと交流できるどころか、一緒に暮らしている一人の少女がいました。幼い頃に両親を亡くして以来、天涯孤独の少女マローネです。彼女はファントムと交流する能力を持つせいで悪霊付きと呼ばれ嫌われていましたが、
While Phantom Brave: The Lost Hero is a sequel, knowledge of the original is not required. At worst, it will reveal some of the original ending, though outside of that it just adds context and the final boss's name. That said, I would still suggest checking it out if you haven't already, especially with it being available on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation platforms.
僕が片付け。邪悪なる者に打ち勝つ力。
As for the narrative, it obviously takes place after the events of the first game. It starts with Marona fighting on a ship before she is separated from her phantom partner, Ash. From here, players need to build their own pirate crew to save Ash and defeat said hostile forces.
私たちも逃げましょ
う。逃がさんぞ、伝説のクローン。
何なのあの魔物。あなたは一体。
マロネ、不用意に近づいちゃダメだ。
遅い。暴れても無駄だ。
マローネを。マローネ、しっかりしてくれ。
能力の一部しか奪えなかったか。まあ、
能力を奪うだ。
そうだ。我が野望のために。
近寄るな。マロ。
どこまで戦う。
また魔物。
アッシュ、私が一緒だのに。
できないよマローネ。
アッシュ、
手荒な方法で済まない。
ファントムたち。
行かせない。
Those familiar with Disgaea will immediately recognize the narrative structure. The first third of the game introduces the quirky characters, followed by another third revisiting their plot lines, before moving to a dramatic and heartfelt conclusion. It is an enjoyable journey that adds a lot to Marona's character, though the same cannot be said about the side characters. Since they are more grounded compared to Disgaea, they often feel like a specific archetype. This has always been somewhat true, it's just easier to overlook when their dads make the characters fun.
知り合いなの？アプリコ。優しくて頼りになってお父さん。どうしてルアンが。
買いかぶらせちゃって悪いね。俺が姫や親父さんに尽くしていたのは海賊団で出世する。船食いとの戦いでドジって死ななけりゃ船長の座も有名じゃなかった。すべて打算の上での行動さ。その証拠に英雄アルジェントの名前は強烈だぜ。こい もう誰かの下につく必要なんてない。俺が
この島をこれ以上荒らさせたりしない。マローネ、私も戦うよ。
面白い。
Before moving on to gameplay, I wanted to briefly touch on the epilogue and DLC. With the release of Destiny 7, I was worried future titles would move away from cameos. Thankfully, a total of 6 cameos are included with the base game, along with a few epilogue stages. As for DLC, I love how Nipponichi Software is highlighting some of their newer and less known games. 2 standout choices being Matt Rat Dead, their fascinating take on the rhythm genre, and The Liar Princess from The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. Unfortunately, neither are out at the time of writing this review, but I love seeing some of their new series get recognition. Story aside, gameplay builds on the previous Confine system.
行きましょう。
In this iteration, it is a lot simpler, though the core concepts are the same. Basically, weapons and certain items can be used to summon friendly phantoms to fight. From there, certain items provide bonuses or certain attributes. Some of these are useful, like an attack boost, whereas others need to be dealt with quickly, such as invincibility. Even if the system is a bit more fiddly than more traditional tactical RPGs, it offers a lot of fun tactics for those that deeply understand the underlying mechanics. For example, background items can be used to reach greater heights, as well as quick or unusual movements allow players to travel further than they are supposed to. Perhaps my favorite trick is exploiting the Confine system itself. When summoning a phantom, there is a chance to plunder the item in question. If successful, said item will be stolen when the phantom leaves or the stage is completed. One thing I commonly do is Confine on items with an annoying effect, have Marona set that phantom to go nuts, do something with that phantom, and then remove them. This will steal the item given the annoying perk, allowing me to save time and easily defeat the enemy in question. The same happens when utilizing the merchant's unique stock ability. I also both love and hate how the free combat range allows me to adjust my attacks to maximize efficiency. It can be annoying to try and make it oh so perfect, but it is an undeniably satisfying experience when that slight reposition results in an additional hit. This is also far from the only cheesy way to play. Another fun mechanic is called Confriend. When used, Marona confines a selected spirit into her, resulting in various fun fusions. I'll often utilize this on annoying stages or in a last-ditch effort to win the match. The only negative is cameo characters do not give a unique form like story characters. There are also some interesting changes to long-standing systems, the most notable of these being Awakening. Instead of returning a player to level 1 via reincarnation, players can simply add said stats and retain max level. I'm also delighted to say units are a welcome mix of original, Jeskai, and new designs. Of the 51 total options, I've recognized 14 designs from Jeskai. Each unit comes in various colors and generally work as one would expect. All this being said, I feel like a lot of the mechanics in Phantom Brave The Lost Hero create a limited gameplay loop. This initially manifests as players not being aware of certain negatives. This is obviously an easily solved skill issue, but it's only a problem because summonings have a time limit. Once mastered, the bigger problems don't become clear until you reach the postgame. This all starts with the juice bar system. The way it works is incredibly simple. Earned experience can either go to deployed units or be saved for drinks that can be used on anyone. Leveling this vendor increases juice yield, so there is no point in giving deployed units anything when drinks can give more than triple the amount earned. Next we have the Marina system. Here players can pick from various ships that give bonuses like additional attack. However, long term the most valuable is going to be experience gain. And since all experience is going to be turned into juice, there's really no point in using any crew besides going solo. And even that must be Marona, as she is always on the field and the only character without a time limit to manage. From here, players need to be cognizant that specific character types run each shop. So if you want to level a weapon, you need a Granny. However, their level dictates how much mana it costs to level a given item. As a result, the most effective way to progress in early postgame is by leveling the Angler and Granny. This is due to how the game itself is set up. With Anglers, players can pick a spot to fish and have a chance of getting one of 5 different items. Upon receiving said item, its level will be around the Angler's level. So if I get her up to level 1500, I have roughly a 50% chance of getting a weapon at or around 1500. Similar to Deskaya, a massive amount of stats come from weapons. For instance, a level 100 sword is about 6000 attack, 800 is in the 40,000 range, and Finn's over 2,000 can give over 100,000 attack. This is an absurd boost that can be given to anyone for simply beating a level. The other benefit is the monetary value of these weapons is astronomical. Simply hitting the 1000 range will give items that can sell for millions, which can be used to level the juice bar, further increasing the benefits of this tactic. As for Granny, her main value is ensuring you always have access to Dimensional Slash. This powerful attack can hit multiple enemies in a straight line across the map, making it extremely useful for tedious stages or more effective farming. Though once the skill is unlocked on a given character, there isn't a point in further levels until it's streamed post-game. To make matters worse, I think this is the intended gameplay loop, at least on some level. This is due to the traveling solo ability. As the name suggests, when Marona is the only character on the map, her attack, defense, intelligence, resistance, and dexterity double and speed triples, making her an unstoppable killing machine. I know such choices are a staple for the franchise, it just sucks feeling like a lot of the options are anything but. Not to mention seeing the optimal way to interact with the unique confine system is to outright ignore it. In addition to that, there are a couple of annoying choices. These include 3 different menus that can easily be simplified into one, seemingly no way to increase difficulty, only decrease it or start a new game. Story stages always start by asking if you want to skip the story, something I did more than once accidentally. And I couldn't find an option to skip or speed up combat, only increase cursor move speed. Finally, I wanted to touch on performance since I've seen various complaints about it. With over 50 hours played on the PlayStation 5 version, I only experienced one crash. Outside of that, I noticed some dropped frames, but nothing too bad. The one exception was when the game felt unstable, though that was solved by simply closing and restarting. Even with the various shortcomings, I enjoyed Phantom Brave the Lost Hero. The story might not be perfect, but it offers a compelling reason to revisit the world. This, coupled with the confine system giving players various ways to break the rules, keeps things engaging. It would be nice if this carried into late post-game, or more avenues were added to ensure your favorite character wasn't left behind, though there is more than enough to keep fans of these experiences happy throughout. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, please consider liking, and for more content, please subscribe.